What's your thought on what's going on in terms of market performance? Are we still seeing profit? Do you think we'll still see profit taking this week, or do you think that profit taking is coming to an end?
I think the profit taking that we witnessed last week is turning around today. I mean, like we have yesterday, market reversed the trend, and that's upside trend is to continue today, being driven primarily by banking sector as of now. Banking sector is doing pretty well this morning, and it's driving the market up to, for about 0.3%. First Bank in particular is doing very well, up about 3%. Diamond Bank, I think, is up about 2-3% also. So banking sector is driving the market, and I think the profit taking, has really gone, has stopped. Because if you look at First Bank, it moved from 17 naira to back down to 1560, almost 10% reversal last week and last week. So I think, by and large, profit taking has stopped. Okay. You might see a market reversing and going upward now.
Okay, but Olakanmi, let's just take stock of what we've seen so far. You know, the Q3 results season winding down, coming to an end. What is your thoughts on performance so far? I mean, it seems to me overall good performance across the board so far.
Yes, I will agree with you. The performance of the stock, the performance based on the profits, the result we've seen so far has been very, very good. For example, almost all the banking stocks or almost all the banks released a very good third quarter result, well over what we have for Q3 of last year. There is no exception. All the banks did very well. So we expect that one to drive the market forward. And as we know, the year end is also fourth quarter for all the banks. So in the next couple of months, by January, you'll start expecting corporate action by way of dividend and scrip issues. So
that's right. And Olakanmi, just to interrupt you there, what is your take then? What we're going to see in terms of investor focus moving on to Q4? Talking earlier with you, you thought that certainly some of those corporate actions are going to be what investors are focusing on, and that's going to influence which stocks we see them moving towards as we move towards the end of Q4.
Yeah, surely. For investors should start looking at stock that historically has done well in terms of dividend payment and scrip issues. And if you look at most of the banks, like First Bank, Sky Bank, GTB, they all do good corporate action. And I expect investors to start positioning for those stocks that you expect a good dividend yield on their stock. So for investors, I would advise them look into those companies. Those, especially banks. Because historically the dividend yield of banking sector has been greater than the consumer stock and other stocks on the NSE. So I'll be looking at positioning for those banking stocks.
Okay, well, I have to add, Olakanmi, we tend to always talk about the banking sector, but what are some of the other sectors that we may be seeing some of those dividends coming out of? And I just want to note, sectors like insurance have been performing quite well this year. Investors have warmed up to those stocks, and looking at their results, you mentioned earlier, companies like NEM were posting some great profits.
Yes, NEM in particular, among the insurance company, over the years has been doing great in terms of dividend payment. Last year, I think he paid 5 kobo on a stock of 50 kobo. NEM Insurance.
Right, NEM Insurance, yes.
Yeah, I've been doing great. He paid 5 kobo on a stock of 50 kobo last year, which is a 10% dividend yield.
Right.
And looking at the profit,
sorry, Olakanmi, but just looking overall, do you think it's only going to be the banking sector where we see those dividend payments coming out from at the end of Q4?
No. It's not banking sector only. You see also in consumer goods, like Nigerian breweries always pay dividend, Glasso always pay dividend, Guinness, almost
right. Well,
companies in consumer goods also pay dividend. But what I'm saying is that dividend yield in banking sector is always greater than those in consumer goods and other sectors. That is what I say, and that is why I'm advising for people who rely on income by way of dividend to position for banking sector.